This is the simplest way to make your static shots better with AI, and we are going to use the AI provided by Photoshop. Example number 1, you can remove unwanted objects from a static frame. Let's look at this video. We have a gorgeous video of this beautiful girl, but what do we see here? We see a chickpea can. It can be a tomato sauce can. The point is, we have an unwanted can here. So in order to get rid of that, first we need to take a screenshot of the video. We click here, we save the screenshot in the media. Voila, okay. And let's open the screenshot in Photoshop. So in order to remove our static object, we have to go to the lasso tool. We circle this around. And because you have Adobe Photoshop Beta, which is the version that has the AI, if you have an older version, it's not gonna work, but you need the latest Photoshop. What you're gonna do, we're gonna type here, tree and plants. It can take a few tries, but let's see what we get. And voila, we no longer have the can. Which one do we like? I think this one is the less disruptive. We almost don't even notice it. Now we go here, we click export, save for web, and we save the JPEG. We save it in our media, call this removed. And what we have to do now, we have to go back to Premiere Pro, bring our file up in here and mask this picture, because now we have a static picture but we want the video, so we just want to mask this, but because it's a static shot, this doesn't have to move. So we come here, we make a mask, go to effect controls, opacity, let's make a generous pretty little mask. Voila, let's feather it out so it looks more natural, and we now have a video that is static, and we don't have the can anymore, and it's not distracting. You can spend a bit more time with making this even more blended in. In some past versions with AI, I had a version that looked like this. So I managed to get the AI to give us this, so it completely blended the can and made it disappear. The second thing you can do, you can change the background of one of your static videos. And in this example, this is from my film Fish Blanca. It's a love story, and we shot this in Thailand. I had this one scene in which I felt that the background is clashing. I wanted ideally some glass behind him. I felt like the stone was not helping us with the shot. The way we do that is very simple. We have to first take a screenshot. We save it over here. We bring the shot into Photoshop. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take the lasso tool, and here we're going to very carefully go around the subject and just select all of this. Like this, and like that, and very carefully select that part of the frame. And let's say here, ideally I would have selected that, but let's see what happens. Glass building, tropical plants. And voila, we're getting some alternatives. I don't really like any of these. This one makes his head look weird. But let's say we liked that one. We could go here and click on generate similar, but I don't really like any of these. I feel like now they're drawing too much attention to the frame. Blurred glass building and plants. Let's add this. Okay, so now we're getting a few more options. This is not what I want, but we are getting some options. Let's say we like this one. And I think this one looks interesting. This is a different guy's reflection, but if you wouldn't have seen the previous frame, you would not know. You would not notice this. You can also click here and say generate similar, because I like this one the best, the most. You need to spend a bit more time trying to figure out what would be the best wording and play with the input you give to the AI here. But let's say we like this one the best. We go and we export it and we bring it over here. Now we just have to mask it. So we have the before and the after. The principle is the same. You go here, you mask this. So let's look at that. So you would mask this. Let's make it smaller. Yep, just like that. We would feather it out a little bit more. And then you have your shot. And if it's a static shot, then, because right now we have the zoom in, but you can also keyframe this if you want. But that's how you solve it. Let me show you the final result of the render that I did for the final film, because I already made it. So look at the one that I generated in Photoshop before. So I feel this building is the one that I was looking for, and look how realistic this is. You could never tell, and it fits with the rest of the visuals so well. It almost looks like it's just a different side of the building that's in the beginning. And the third example is how to create a zoom shot from a static shot. And we can see here that we have a static shot, and when we play it, we have a zoom shot. He is in traffic. I really wanted to portray the anger that you feel when you're stuck in traffic for many hours. And when we were shooting this, it was a weekend, there was no traffic, so it was very hard to fake real traffic. Therefore, we decided to use AI for the shot. It was very simple. First, you need a static shot. So with my camera, let me show you the original shot that I took. You can see it's a shot of my actor over here, just in his normal car, being stuck in traffic. If we would zoom out of this, there were 3 cars around him, no traffic whatsoever. And after that, I went in here, I created a screenshot, and I went into Photoshop again. And what I did then, I went to the crop tool, going to make the image a little bit bigger. You can make it as big as you want, but that's going to give your prompt. And already is asking us, what would you like to generate? Stuck in traffic, lots of cars. Let's say hundreds of cars. Generate. Oh my God, this is so much better than what I initially got. I love it. Wow, this is so cool. This is so much better than the other one. It looks so much more realistic and less cartoony. And if we want, we can take this, we can make it even more. We can just generate. When we don't give a prompt, it automatically fills the space. It's a bit like a lottery. You never know what you're gonna get with AI at this point in history. I'm sure in a few years, it's going to be standard procedure for everyone to use this. Okay, all of a sudden it's in a water, so we should have prompted this because we didn't want the water. But if we go back, let's say we take the shot, we save it, we have a zoomed out shot that we can later bring in here and play with. So what we gotta do is just go to our stock overlay and start to mask just the window, because that's gonna be the part that's gonna be static, but the rest we don't have to worry about. Once we do that, we actually invert it because we want him. We increase the mask feather. And when we zoom out, we have to zoom out. So let's say scale, it's 100, and let's go up all the way to 32. Okay, so all the way to 32. So it's gonna be from here to 32. Okay, let's make it faster. So, okay, so from here to 32. And now we gotta also keyframe the image. So we start from 51 over here. So the stock is from 100, okay. And then we gotta keyframe it to match, because now he looks like that. We go here and we kind of make it smaller and put it in position to make sure it fits. Let's see. Okay, so we needed more of his hand actually. So we gotta change the mask a little bit. Mask, let's take this and just bring it like that, and this and bring it like that. So we include his hand actually, just like that. Voila. So now when we zoom out, it looks like it was the shot that we actually had in the first place. To this, you can add some speed effects, you can add some blur to the image, you can add some sound effects to make it look more realistic, but the AI did most of the job for it. And that is how it's done.